So now we have a list of comments. We're going to now take this output and then input it into Parabola. So if we grab the JSON link here, copy that, and now come over to Parabola and create a new flow. So give it a name. So the first step is we're going to want to bring in an API import. And you can give this any URL, so it has to be imports data from a generic API that returns a CSV or JSON data. So obviously we're dealing with JSON. It's going to be a GET request, and we're going to post in this JSON link here. So press show updated results. Okay, now we have 1,000 rows with 12 columns. So this has got the username, the comment, and the comment. So what we've actually got is, we've got Zuby's comments in here as well. So what we can do, we can go ahead and filter them out. So if we close this, we'll go into your transforms, and then we're going to want to go to row filter. I'm going to filter out okay. Okay, now we have a list of results without Zuby music in. We've got 1251. So now it's all the comments that don't include Zuby, which is exactly what we want. And then next we're going to add in sentiment analysis. Okay, this is analyzing the text for sentiment using Google Machine Learning API. Connect the two, open it up, and give it the column to analyze. This is going to be obviously the comment, and then show the updated results. Okay, so at the moment it's showing that there's no data received, and I wonder if this is because there's too much data. So I just clicked off and then back onto this, and it's actually showing me a settings error now. So it said I've exceeded the 1,000 sentiment row limit, so we may have to filter down a bit more. So if you close this and then remove the sentiment, let's go and try and filter. So we can use this previous filter as well. This is going to be a match every rule, so we're going to filter out Zuby, and then we're going to filter by comment date. What else can we filter by? Let's have a look. Let's try and filter by is reply. So if it's a reply to a comment, we'll try and filter those out. Let's try reply count equals 0. Okay, nice. So that brings us under the 1,000 mark. So let's try that again. Scroll down, let's find the sentiment analysis, and then hopefully this time it works. Okay, let's analyze the comment, give it a couple of minutes to run through them all. So we just ran into a little bit of an issue where we're trying to process too many comments at once. So what I've done is I added a row numbers component here, which then gave each comment a row number, and then I use that row number to filter out the number of comments, and then I filtered the row numbers that the condition was less than the value of 200. So now we've got 199 rows, and then hopefully if we add in the sentiment analysis now, it should be able to deal with this amount of text. I think there is a limit depending on your account as how many comments you could run. It's always good to reach out to the Parabola team if you're running into that error. So we'll look if the sentiment analysis is run, and I'm going to give it the comment column to work with. Okay, so I think this has worked. We've now got 119 comments, sentiment analysis, and then over here you can see the comment sentiment score and the comment sentiment confidence. So that's giving us a score for each of the comments. So what we can do now is we can add a destination inside the Parabola, and we can output that as a Google Sheet. Okay, connect that together. Cool. Go in, authorize your Google account. Okay, so now we're going to need a sheet to put these comments in. So what we can do is we can actually either create a new sheet or we can override this one, but probably don't want to override this one because we're going to reuse that. So let's go ahead and put a new sheet. One thing you could also do with Parabola if you want, before you put into this, is you can actually add another filter. If you want to remove rows, let's say you didn't want some of these rows, you just wanted the overall comments, you could actually just filter out all the information that you don't want. And you can actually just label the number of comments to remove now. So now we could probably remove the row number, username, everything else apart from the comment sentiment score, to make our lives a little bit easier. Okay, and then you can output it into Google Sheets. And you can set this, because we're going to want to schedule this, you can actually get it to override the sheet because we want this to be for the latest influencer only, and then show the updated results. Okay, sheet 1. Once this is all done, go to publish and then run now. You can see the flow go through. Cool, succeeded. If you go over to your Google Sheet now, we have our comments, all each with a sentiment score attached. And that's it for this part.